speak. This video has been in a long time coming. This is a tour of our van. We've been living in it for 60 days now consecutively. We're on a 4-month journey, and we thought we'd share with you how we use it, what we do, how we pack it, and all the different things that go into our van life compared to our Class A that we used to have before.
Yeah, we just give you some pointers of what we found works and doesn't work, and please, if you have any ideas or suggestions, add them so that we all can learn together how to do this van life.
Yeah, please leave a comment if you see anything that you think needs to be changed. So be it. It's a 20 and a half Winnebago Travato KL. The National Park Foundation, which has bigger batteries and shocks, and you can find it online, all the information. There's got some upgrades to it, but we love it. It's been going great, but I'm sure a lot of people look and there's a missing stripe here. It's supposed to be a yellow and gray stripe, but the previous owners were from Sarasota, Florida. We're from Lakeland, Florida, and you can imagine what 4 years of heat did to those stripes. So I removed those stripes, and I've actually taken off some of the other areas, like the Winnebago logo in the front. I've left some of the badging, but I've removed quite a bit because it was just falling off and peeling off. So that's what we did out here. That's why it looks a little different than what you normally would see in a Winnebago Travato National Park Foundation. And also, we ended up putting this sticker on here. Our dog's not with us today or on this trip, but the reason we put this on here, just in case we're away, you know, we leave her in here. That's why we love the lithium package, is that we can leave the air conditioner on, we can leave her in here and she's fine. But we left this here so in case somebody sees a dog or hears a dog, they're not going to break in. We do monitor it. Now that the weather's getting nice, most of the time we keep this down. What we like about it is just it's easy. It's a magnet, closes right off, and it works great. We actually have a screen for the back too, but I'll be honest, I don't want to be leaving my bathroom door open with a screen on it, unless it was like it is right now. We're up to the woods and everything seems to be fine, unless it's a bear or a deer checking me out while I'm going to the bathroom.
One other thing we've learned is, especially this time of year, is park in the shade, because this AC cannot keep up with high heat, especially sitting in the sun, especially being this color. So when we get into an RV park, if the spot is not in the shade, we'll drive around and find one that is and ask them to change us.
If you know Travato well, they're not really well insulated. I mean, they have a little bit of sponge in there, and a lot of times it even falls. So that's something that's on my project list, is to put some kind of insulation or upgrade the insulation on here, and hopefully we can do that soon.
We made the trip to Iowa to get this fixed, so this is also another nice thing to have.
We did make the trip. We went out of our way about 10 hours, and we did go to Litchinson RV, and we had an appointment with them to get the recalls done on the awning. I think there's 2 recalls. They were taken care of, and ever since then they've worked fine, and we haven't had any problems at all. We went to Litchinson only because I've heard horror stories of people taking it to other service centers and stuff and just ruining their batteries and having phantom draws on their batteries. I'd rather take the 10-hour drive and go get it done and know it's done properly the first time. So up front, there's really no big changes. We haven't done anything. I mean, the screen on this radio is pretty lame, and I would upgrade the screen and our navigation and stuff like that. The only thing I've really added was the phone holder, which I use as my GPS. One of the first things we did was remove the Remy shades because they were just, again, the heat in Florida, they were just falling apart. So now we have the van-made shade windshield. I still have the original passenger window and driver's side window covers that come from Winnebago.
The other thing that we did, we found that the heat coming through the side windows even was very, very hot. So we ended up tinting that and doing a little tint strip on the front.
We also use ceramic coating window tint. I think it's called ceramic coating window tint, which really radiates a lot of that heat away from the inside of the interior. The other thing we do is we keep our shoes in here for right now. When we're driving, it sits down here. And you're probably wondering what this big thing is. Well, this is all our outdoor cooking. An induction stove, some propane. I'll show you in a little bit. I'll give you a glimpse of everything that's in here. Normally when we get to a campsite, we just pull this right on it. And then we leave the shoes right here. The other thing we like to do is whenever we get to a campground, we'll turn this around. It gives us a little bit more seating. And the shoes work as a footrest, I guess.
That's a cheap footrest. Well, here's all of our kitchen things. We've got some frying pans. We got coffee and tea in this container here. Paper plates and bowls. This is Juan's beverage glass. Depending on what beverage he wants that night, you can just think about.
You don't drink beverages?
Okay, these are our beverage glasses. Whatever beverage is on tap for the night. Pot, one pan, one bowl. The NutriBullet has been a lifesaver, just especially in this heat, just having shakes for lunch and all. It's been really good to have that along. And then all of our spices, honey, oil, all those kind of things. So our sink area, when you start van life, I think paper towels are one of the top 5 things you have to have, because washing things, whenever you cook, you have to wipe it out before you cook, because if it gets down into the tank, it could cause all sorts of problems. So we use a ton of paper towels.
We did get the ratchet one, like that when you're rolling down the road, it's not rolling open.
Then Juan put on what do you call these, honey?
It's just a little stop, so you can open it and turn it off.
Just a water saver.
A lot of this stuff that I'm pointing out, it's in our Amazon affiliate account. You can go right there and you'll see all the stuff that we've added. I did get rid of the glass top that comes in here, which sits in these clips. I don't know. It just works better instead of having something else in the way.
Rattling around. Another camping must is clean water. We've been using this Clear 2.0 filter. Just get the water from the sink and put it through here. It is so good. Their products are such quality products. I noticed, well, first of all, the water's great. And then when you make ice, it's just perfectly clear ice. It's just a wonderful product that they have here. So we just fill it up from the sink and we have fresh, clean water to drink.
We do use water out of the tanks, but I clean my tanks and disinfect them on a regular basis. We use the Clear 2.0 green filters on the outside, and then we filter it again here. And we also have the house filter that comes with a Travato.
We have this cutting board on top of our cooking surface just to give us more area when we're not using the cooking surface. And then this opens up, and we have 2 propane burners that work just great. Juan uses the induction pan outside a lot more. It's just easier and it's less heat in the RV. But if it's raining or whatever, this is great. Or on a day like today when it's beautiful outside, thank you, Lord, it works great. Here's Juan's favorite product, little skinny Keurig. He has secured it here so it doesn't slide around, it stays on the counter. I also have been drinking a lot of tea lately, and it'll also make hot water for tea. And I was concerned that it might have coffee grounds in it. I don't know, it doesn't. It works fine. Oh, well, first of all, let me show you this. This is our little extension to give us more space for prepping or whatever we're doing.
This also has little pop-out desk that you can use for computer, for whatever, for eating. But you could sit here and the other person sit here, turn the seat around, and you can eat right there. I put a net here, and in here we keep the plastic bags that we use for obviously the dog, but also for our trash can. We have a small trash can right in here. We have a small vacuum. What I did is I put a little Velcro on here, and if you see on the floor there's a little Velcro there, and it's just enough to keep it from moving around. Then on the floor right here we keep some of our bikes off, our locks. We have the bikes locked up outside right now. I have a hammock. I have some safety equipment, some hiking poles.
You're thinking about putting the e-bike batteries down there?
Yeah, we're still figuring out whether to put right now the e-bike batteries and the helmets are underneath the bed, but I want to make things easy because even if they're not easy, you're not going to use them. So by placing the batteries in here and the chargers, it'd be a lot easier to use the bikes and not worry about all the work that is involved to go have fun.
So this is our microwave, and it is also an convection oven. I haven't used that part of it yet. On our other rig, I did use the convection oven, and it worked great. You have to adjust a little bit for the time and everything, but I haven't had a chance to do here. Again, it has been so hot, you don't want to cook in here. But of course, you got to use space where you have it. This is my popcorn storage. And then I did make a little cover for the turntable, just so it doesn't rattle when we're going down the street. Just some scraps of material that I had, and it's very colorful. Silverware drawer comes out pretty far. Let's see. Well, you can kind of see what we've got in there. The last drawer, we have our dish towels, sponges, little kitchen things that we need.
All right.
So
the college refrigerator.
Actually, this is pretty amazing because I thought this was going to be difficult with such a small refrigerator, but we do have to go to the grocery store. What do you think, about every 4 days or so? Yeah, which isn't terrible, but it really does hold a lot more than I thought it was going to hold. We were having trouble with frost building up on the freezer part. I mean, there's a little bit there, but not like it was. It was like overwhelming everything. And of course, on the Travato site, they have wonderful people that know what to do. Someone suggested this. It's a little pool noodle. When you close it, it keeps that closed. Especially, it was really humid when we first started traveling. Yeah. I think the humidity got in there and made it more difficult. Plus, keeping it on level 4. I know every freezer is different, and it seems to be the sweet spot for this thing. These little plastic ice trays are great.
What's nice about them is they're neoprene in the bottom. So you push on it and the ice pops right out, not like
yeah, or if you just do it this way and then lift it up, a lot of them come out. So it makes great ice. And I'll tell you what, we have never been without ice. It seems like we always have ice, even when it was really hot. We have 4 of those in there. Got some bins. That makes it easier to pull things in and out of this tiny little thing. So that's what we do. And then the door holds the condiments and all. So it works well. It works well. Can't complain.
The pizza oven. We keep a lot of stuff in here. It's surprising. So we keep a little 110 electrical fan, which is great. It just keeps the air circulating. We also, man-made shades are right in here. We have a Coleman table. We have a small carpet that we use for the outside with the door when it's really muddy or anything like that. We have 2 of the Pico chairs. I've talked about these before in our videos, and they don't take up a lot of space. And then here's also the other shade covers that Winnebago comes. Now these are not insulated like the man-made shade, but for right now it takes care of the sun. I ended up putting a couple hooks, which we use for either coats or clothes or anything like that. If you've been RVing long enough, you know the command hooks are your friends. We use them for a lot of different things. Another thing we did buy, they're perfect flashlights for nighttime when we go to the restroom or a late night shower or whatever. Those work great.
We had the 2 twin beds. They weren't all that comfortable, so we bought queen size memory foam, and he cut them down to the bed sizes. We got the 3-inch. I wish we had gotten the 2-inch. It's not bad. It's just,
I like it.
It's like you really mush into it when you get into bed. But I think the 2 would have been enough for me, but that's okay. It works great, and it gives you a nice comfortable night of sleep. We got these, I think these were queen also, and I cut them in half and then put some elastic on the bottom so that they would stay secure and not be flopping all around. Twin sheets, they fit fine on here, especially these are the jersey ones, so they kind of cling to everything, and that works out well.
So here we keep the stuff that we use on a regular basis. This is for our kind of like our hiking stuff, the gym, another small backpack. This is great. This actually turns into a backpack that's nice and convenient, and some other camera stuff. But a lot of this is stuff that we use on a daily basis.
How about
the radio? We've never used. I mean, the sound is terrible. I actually put a card. I tried dimming it, and if somebody can tell me how to better dim this, I took it down as dimmable as I can, but it still lights up at night. So I put a card on it, put a little piece of tape to keep the light out. Underneath the bed, I have a bag of tools. Right now I have 2 backpacks, and we got our bike helmets and stuff like that in here, and our batteries for the e-bikes and with the chargers. And over here, we have our winter clothes. We're going to be out through October. We're from Florida. We need winter clothes come September, October. So we have these bags, and this is all our winter clothes ready for our winter expedition to the frozen tundra. We're from Florida, remember, please.
No judging.
No judging. And then on this one, all we do is we have some extra towels in here and some straps. This TV is bad. The speaker on these things are so tingy. It's almost like listening through a tin can. It is terrible. We haven't replaced it. Most of the time, if we were going to watch a movie, Mary lays in bed, I lay in bed, and we have an iPad. I did put the RAM mount iPad holder, and this is great because we can watch the news, we can watch movies, we can download just pretty much anything. Everything keepers are great. We use it for our daily stuff, our glasses, our pods, everything else is right in here. Now, I'm a little OCD. So what I ended up doing, if you notice, the USB is sitting over here, but if I stuck it straight in, it would have been on the back of my head. So I ended up going on Amazon. I got these 90 degrees, and then I ran some of this, it just tapes right on here, so I don't have any loose wires. This is the one that goes in here that takes care USB, lightning, and for my phone, my watch. And then we have the one down here. That's where we put our cell phones. I have one, and Mary has one on the side of her bed. Command hooks. See, there they are again.
Some more kitchen stuff on that end, and then what we've done for clothes is made bins. These soft-sided, one for pants, one for under clothes and bathing suit and stuff like that, and then one for shirts. So it's worked great. We've enjoyed it, and it's just easy to get in and out, and it stays neat.
And on the inside, same thing. There's 3 for me, and then I also keep some of my photography stuff in here. I keep the computer in here and the iPad in here when we're traveling. But we did add the handles. When we first got it, it didn't have handles, and I see a lot of people, you got the locks. These things are plastic, and people tend to pull these. Well, after a while, they just rip right off. But these leather straps have been great, and it doesn't mess with our locks.
So we did have the door on here going into the restroom, but it was real flimsy, and it made a lot of noise.
A lot of noise.
So we just said, let's just get rid of that. I took an old shower curtain. It's very pretty, actually. Well, no, it was a new shower curtain. I cut it down, and Juan put a bar on here, and that gives you a little privacy.
All right, we're in the back.
So this is our restroom, and before we left, Juan also added these pump. Why don't you tell me about that, honey?
Yeah, we ended up adding the water pump switch here, and then I also added a switch underneath the kitchen sink.
Very convenient. Thank you. So we have the carpet down here. It's very rare that we use this as a shower.
We don't shower.
Like I said, we use the campground restrooms, bathhouses, which have been fine. No problem whatsoever with that. But if we do, we just take this carpet up.
Now, we have showered in there maybe half a dozen times doing some boondocking or mooch docking or whatever. So I did add the shower curtain I did the modification and I put the shower curtain rod, and that has worked out really, really good. And then the same material that she used for the curtain, she just put a little Velcro on it, and we close it up right there.
The other thing that helps is those magnets that you got.
Or whenever we use the curtains, we have these magnets, and what they do is that they'll hold the curtain against this door. That makes a difference. It kind of gives you a little more space. And then for the trash, we got these little plastic things. I can't remember the name of them. Again, it's all on our Amazon page, but it works out perfectly. And command hooks for our towels.
All right, there's our closet. We've got our laundry hamper here.
Oh, this has worked out great, this hamper.
Yeah, it is a good thing. Obviously, hanging our clothes, more paper towels. Can't have enough paper towels, and then just a bin for other toiletries and things like that that are too big to go into the medicine cabinet. I want to just give a shout out to, talking about laundry. There's a whole bunch of different brands now, but you can buy these sheets, so you don't have to have a container of laundry soap. They're just sheets, one sheet per load, and it just saves time and weight, and it's easy just to tuck it in there and go to the laundry room with it. So this is our bathroom sink, and we leave the little soap container back here. Again, there's a switch on the
Or turn off there for the
off.
water flow. Now, to tell you the truth, we don't use this a lot. Just the up and down is a pain. So you notice that there was Listerine over the kitchen sink. That's because we'll brush our teeth there and rinse off there. I did get these from Amazon also, and for our toothbrush and stuff. Again, we do use the shower. We just don't use it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. And you just, obviously it's easy, and then this has the little turn off, so you can conserve water, get wet, turn it off, turn it back on, rinse off. Just a regular medicine cabinet. It holds quite a bit.
And I put those straps in there so it keeps everything from falling out. Okay, the garage. Bathroom, now the garage. Water hose, black tank hose. I found these things on Amazon. They glue on, but you can take them off with a hair dryer, but they'll hold up to 45 pounds. So it's been great. There's 4 of them. I keep an extension cord on here. Our electrical cord, our 30-amp electrical cord, which we have hooked up right now. Some dog bones in here, and then I also put this glove holder here. It's just convenient. It's always there. And I keep a lot of my water stuff. Now, again, I told you I use Clear 2.0. Been using their filters for a long time. They have a new filter. I'm going to be doing a whole review on these coming up. We have a filter that we've been using now. We have some changes in here, and all this is coming out real soon. They have some disinfectant for your tank refresh. You just put a couple of tablespoons in your tank. It makes a big difference, and it's all biodegradable. Again, I'll do another review on that soon. But that's all our water stuff. We have a collapsible bucket, and if you drive a lot, there's a lot of bugs in the road that get on your windshield, so a little extension is just good enough for the RV. Last thing is we have a clam. We bought the small clam, 6x6. Actually, somebody had asked me how and where we keep it. I keep it right on the ladder with a couple straps, and it's been fine. I did have to move my license plate up here, opposed to down here. A lot of people complain about the bike rack that comes from Winnebago. Yes, it does not hold a lot of weight. It holds, I think, 100 pounds. It's rated to 100 pounds. We have the electric XP lights 2.0. They weigh 49 pounds with the battery. So if I remove the battery, one of them weighs 42 and the other one weighs 45. And we haven't had any problems with them. We removed the batteries, removed the seats, so we're eliminating a lot of weight, probably about 10 pounds. And to make up the difference also is I put straps coming from my hinges that are up here. And when it comes down, it's tight, and this thing does not move at all. Is it perfect? No. Here, what ends up happening is that when the bikes are on here, I can't open up the back. I have to work. I have to kind of leave my filter outside. I have to leave my extension cord outside because we can't open the door. So this is a temporary measure for us. Eventually, we'll have to reinforce the hitch and get a swing away hitch. But as of right now, this is working for us. And a lot of people I know, they've had problems with the skin actually ripping off. But we haven't any problems. We hope, knock on wood, we hope we don't have any problems at all. This video is a little longer than usual. I hope it helps. I hope it helps you make some decisions. If you have any suggestions, please leave a comment. If you have questions of anything, what we use or what we bought or how we use it, please leave a comment on the bottom. And I know when I was looking to buy a van, these are the type of videos that I was looking for. I just wanted to see how people really lived in the RV, and I hope this has helped a little bit.
Yeah, we appreciate all the input from other Travato owners and van owners. It helps. We have to help each other because it's definitely adjustment, but we've enjoyed it. I think now that the weather's changing, we're going to enjoy it more because we can sit outside more. So we'll be heading up to New England now.
And the Travato Owners and Wannabes group on Facebook is a blessing. Thank you all for all the help you guys provided for us.